Was told me carries his family legacy of the partner that fuels his confidence that cannot be broken. His business on his broad shoulders and will continue to do so well into the future. Roman has that swagger. Roman has that confidence. Roman has that message to the entire roster of WWE. If you think you can stop me, try. Good luck with it. He won't guarantee whenever Roman Reigns enters an arena and he stirs up incredible emotion within the WWE Universe. It's all about his young. We're one-on-one action on the way, and this one should be nothing short of amazing. I don't doubt that for a moment, Michael. In fact, I would go so far as to say this match might just steal the show.
Hey ball, hey accelerate.
You know who? I can't wait to see what the big dog Roman Reigns has in store tonight. And this is one of those matches where it's hard to believe we get paid for this. Well, actually, hard to believe Saxton gets paid for anything. Roman Reigns calls the ring his yard, and I don't expect him to give it up tonight. Well, the big dog's on the hunt, and I wouldn't want to be in his sights right now. Suplex. Things not looking great for Finn Balor, but he's not appearing too worse for wear, at least not yet anyway. Yeah, he's taking on some offense here, but that's to be expected, well, especially considering he's in the ring. If things don't change in a hurry, this has all the makings of a short evening for him. They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts. Reigns just too fast for him. Big Balor slips out of Bob's way. Extraordinary city. Backhand from Sheep. Did you see that? Right into a big shoulder tackle. Oh, he is rolling. Oh my goodness, crushing it. Finn Balor is definitely fading a little here. I'm not sure how much more he has to give. I'd never count this guy out, but I'll tell you what, he's not looking so hot right now. He's really going to need to find a way to get back in this thing. You never know what you're going to see in a match like this. If you need proof of that, just go back to watch Daniel Bryan versus Kane from Extreme Rules 2014. Uh-oh. Good night. Nice. This is exactly what Roman Reigns needed. All the momentum on the side of Reigns. As Corey mentioned, Daniel Bryan versus Kane, 2014. United Cities, we never thought there'd be so much damage to the body. Not every ounce of that one. This might be it. It's there. That is gotta be it. Finn Balor really needs to dig down deep and fast, or get a shovel and call it a day. When it comes to matches like this, let's say the more innovative a superstar is when it comes to offense, the better chance they have with victory. Brock Lesnar is locked up. As Bob mentioned, innovation certainly is a key in a match like this. A competitor can't be the first to take the action outside the ring. By no means is this your traditional contest. Now, it's not wrong, but at the same time, you still win this match the old fashioned way by pinfall or submission. That was Roman Reigns on his heels. With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all out battle. Yeah, but it looks to me like he's doing battle and then ceases to make like kicking and taking names. Giannis win has his other show. What impact? He's fighting back. I expected nothing less, bro. Oh, here we go. He's in control. Here is Roman Reigns in position now. As we've seen in the past, spin. Things are about as bad as they could possibly be right now for Finn Balor. This could be huge. Roman Reigns is in big trouble here. He's taking over the punishment. Reigns might not be able to come back from this. I'd have to agree with what Byron's saying. When you've got action taking place in the arena, complete with every weapon imaginable, it's not easy to keep up. Well, try, Cole. That's what you're getting paid for, isn't it? Wow, Roman Reigns is being controlled. Roman Reigns seems helpless. Something big is coming. The years got the Intercontinental Championship somehow eluding Roman Reigns, but that all changed in November 2017 when the Big Dog defeated The Miz to capture the title. And not only did that victory over The Miz give Reigns the Intercontinental Championship, Michael, but it also made him a prestigious Grand Slam champion. Saxon stated not too long ago, Reigns' Intercontinental Championship victory made him a Grand Slam champion. And the ironic thing is, the win came against The Miz, who's also a Grand Slam champion. And that's so promise. Things were about as bad as they could possibly be right now for Finn Balor. Oh man, I'll tell you, it didn't look any less brutal the second time around. Finn Balor slips on the ball's way. Extraordinary elusivity. That should do it right there. And Roman Reigns gets out quickly, and it take a whole lot more. Roman Reigns vicious. That's to do. That is a huge opportunity for Roman Reigns. Hard to argue Michael's point on volatility and the volatility of this match, but what I think oftentimes gets overlooked is the mental anguish that goes along with competing in a match like this. These competitors knew exactly what they were getting themselves into when they chose this profession. On the mark. If you ask me, guys, matches like this where there are essentially no rules are one giant for where absolutely anything can happen. Right. What gives me reading to have a seat? Right. What gives me reading to have a seat? He's making a statement here with this attack. I like the way you describe this match, Myron. It's one giant free for all. And while it's exciting to watch, it's absolute torture on these superstars. It is cold. Unfortunately, matches like this usually result in injury, sometimes serious injury. From 1916, Finn Balor never ceases to amaze me. Finn Balor can draw the curtains on this one. Finn Balor perched on top. Here it comes. They sizing up the target. Cut him in half. Things are about as bad as they could possibly be right now for Finn Balor. Is that enough for the win? And they even need a fun of it. Things are not looking very good right now. They have to find a way to regroup. He is close. Roman Reigns just too fast for him. Then he put it up. He got that and finally that's about it. He isn't going to go away that easy. Now this man has his idol shot. Roman Reigns unable to be tips. What a spear from the angle. Just when you thought he had nothing left, really needs to get it's pushed up. You can't cause but being by the big dogs. These superstars gave as good as they got, and these fans got their money's worth from the opening bell. These superstars gave as good as they got, and these fans got their money's worth from the opening bell.
Here is your winner, Ron Reigns.
Losers think that you can do it. Not performance, yeah, the sex club. That's one of those personal WrestleMania moments and memories that will last a lifetime. Absolutely, I got to be a part of it. The phenomenal AJ Styles. We talk about AJ Styles, the list of accomplishments is seemingly endless. Styles, a true global superstar before making WWE. But since he's been here, AJ Styles has lived up to the monikers. But
The following contest is a table match. Making his way to the ring from Gainesville to the ring. Weighing in 218 pounds. The WWE champions.
I seems to think that when AJ Styles made his debut at the Royal Rumble a couple years ago, he didn't even fit into WWE. But obviously, he has done more than just fit in. He has excelled at this level. Big stage, big fight. AJ Styles is ready. The monster of a man is here.
And his opponent, weighing in at 385 pounds.
The earth is trembling with each step. Strong as an absolute force of nature. Terrifyingly powerful. Hey, Michael, we're not talking through Europe. Yes, the man is still the place. I remember things slightly different when I was there too. Someone is going to kick these hands. Here we go as we kick off this tables match. This is savage, Cole. The human body wasn't designed to be thrown through furniture. The monster among men doesn't ask for permission nor ask for forgiveness. He simply destroys whatever lays in his path. Braun Strowman is a leviathan, Saxton. And sports entertainment has never experienced brute force like this from one human being. But there are so many different ways for a superstar to put their opponent through the table in a tables match. Some matches start off as wild brawls and a table is brought off above the ring and the match is opening minutes. In others, superstars are very strategic about when they bring out a table because they know if they're not careful, momentum can be reversed and they could end up being the one who goes through the table. Now, face. When you talked about strategy that involves the tables meetings, I was in WWE when the Dudley Boys came from ECW. And you could say that things changed a bit thanks to Bubba and Bebop. Something that's also important to remember in a tables match is that it's not important how or where the table is positioned. All that matters is that you put your opponent through it. It's a very simple premise, Michael, but superstars have to be careful. They launch an attack that goes awry, their own momentum can put them through the table instead of the match. That doesn't include feeling the incredible pain from crashing through a solid wood table. One split second could be the difference. Strong recognized Braun Strowman as a legitimate main eventer, but remember, guys, ago that he was considered the black sheep of the Live family. Oh, so ruthless. Now that's how you use a table to your advantage. I think AJ Styles is done playing. Counter here. As Byron was saying, Braun Strowman actually took orders from Bray Wyatt at one point. But that all changed in 2016 WWE Draft when Strowman broke out on his own and he was indeed a monster among men. And he did that pull back the game 2, 3, sometimes even 4 superstars at the same time. Really nice. What's going to happen here? So, oh, God. So, through Kofi Kingston's career, the exciting superstar has competed in several types of WWE matchups. It didn't take long for Kofi to get comfortable in the tables match environment. At 2011's TLC event, Kingston took on the Celtic Warrior with Sheamus in a tables match for the United States Championship. Kofi was impressive in the match as he combined defense with his unbelievable flying assaults. But when we spoke about Kofi Kingston's tables match against Sheamus in 2011's TLC event, some people feel that match was one of the turning points for Kingston. That night, Kofi's usual fun-loving nature took a back seat to a more focused and offensively aggressive competitor. Kofi Kingston's focus was leaving TLC the new United States champion. And that approach paid off, Michael. Kofi seized opportunity when Sheamus made a rare mistake. He drilled the Celtic Warrior with the Trouble in Paradise kick, and that set up Kofi to front from the title and put Sheamus right through the table to earn the United States champion. Needless to say, Brian, when it comes to Braun Strowman, you're simply not going to overpower him. That in mind, though, what should the approach be when facing a monster among men? Let's see. Hope we get lucky. No, in all seriousness, if you're facing Braun Strowman, you need all the luck in the world just to survive. Not a lot of room, but I think you should fight right. I don't think so. The Byron's point about needing luck against Braun Strowman. I'd say Kalisto used more than a little luck when he had a score with a Royal Rumble in a gangster match. Kalisto was certainly lucky on that night, Paul. While the record books will show a win for the King of Flight, in reality, I'd say he walked away a loser after Strowman's post-match obliteration again. AJ Styles seems helpless. What's this going to be? Uh-oh. He's done it. He's done it. Introducing the table of match always delivers in this business. Take a look. Well, that match certainly won't be on any best of the year list. That's the truth. What a grueling match. It looked like anybody's match there toward the end. JJ Styles going to have to work a little bit longer to become a true contender in the WWE. No doubt he will. You want to get your TV, folks? This Vegas
The following contest is an extreme match. Introducing first, weighing in at 236
Possess the fatal ability to be wounded. Fight yourself. I can't believe he's here. Oh, that shit fixed this.
and his from every man's length, weighing in at 259 pounds.
When a man's heart is full of deceit, it dies. Dark shadow falls over his sword. This is Sting. From the rafters to the land, there is only one. Out there, actually, two times, you only want business. The vigilante justice of Sting has come to WWE. So,
And there it comes. Deciding in
go ahead, Corey, tell us all. The Miz is the man who single-handedly turned SmackDown from the B-show to B-show, a stage, screen, reality television. Is there anything that Miz hasn't done to this baby say, oh, girls, absolutely not by exactly. How could there be a hopeful for consideration for a movie this year? Really? Me see? That would be toxic for it. That would be ridiculous. Where would you put on my mantle with my own training? Is that you approving them, Michael? I love that information. You guys weird. The best and favorite.
anticipated from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds.
Most decorated combat in history. Brock Lesnar is after this year, man. I felt the weight of Brock Lesnar. You don't want to get in the ring with this man. You want to get in the ring with him, you want to get in the camp with him, you want to eat breakfast with him. Brock Lesnar will hurt you racing thing. I'm trying to make eye contact with him. The most decorated combat athlete in the world. Brock Lesnar is looking to fight some match legacy. The only man to have championships in the NCAA, WWE, IWGP in Japan, and the UFC. Suplex. Nice. Impact. Beautiful technique. You got this one's over. Won't separate control at all, divorcing. That's as you apply. Oh, look at this. Now it's Lesnar taking some punishment. The tornado tag team atmosphere appears to be getting the best of them here. I know it's early, but he has to do everything in his power not to let this get out of hand. When it comes to taking on Brock Lesnar, Corey, we've seen varying approaches. Almost all of them resulted in very little success. What do you think is the best strategy when stepping into the ring with the beast? Honestly, pray. Hope the pain and agony is going to be over as quickly as possible. Back in the ring now. Strategy against Lesnar isn't creative. The man's track record includes very few losses and a ton of broken bones. What else is there to do against the Beast? I'm going to need a better answer than you, Corey. I simply wouldn't even step in the ring with Lesnar in the first place. Turn tail, run, and take that count-out loss to live another day. Smarter than you look, Saxton. See? Oh, nasty impact. Sleeper slam. What an impact. And what reversal from Stan? Justin Finney. I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael. The Miz got the woo. It's over. This is Sting's chance. He's moving with confidence now, guys. This is what makes Sting splash. No one does it better. Just when you thought he had nothing left, he hit shoulders down. The great ones always explode when they have the chance. What a vertical suplex. What? Clothesline. Ouch. He's looking at it. He expected though. It's not like he's in there with a slouch, guys. It's different. But here's it. Let's it end it. Cover here. See, people, this one's not over yet. Still a source for. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, man. And scene. Incredible. There's a lot of force behind that one. Incredible. There's a lot of force behind that one. You want to know how dangerous those guys? Just watch Triple H. That girl left to deep break the games on twice. What are you trying to be fouled for? Well, no way I'm going to Triple H asking me. No reverses it. Well, he knew the modeling career. I'm going to lock it in here. When this guy's on, look out. Quick spree. Like the damage might have already been done, my lord. Look out. Look out. Is he dead? No, it's not over yet. Wow. Part of me thought he was the throw that up the chicken by the corner. At the end of the world, this is still. But when the last man make the most, oh, here's a run. Top 10, he had the low there. And it's that's gonna hurt. What's up? This game. Nobody controls the pace of the match. Just like this game. There's this moment, Michael, but when Lesnar make the most of this. And there's the reversal from Sting. He's running on fumes. Does he have enough left in him to keep with the keeper? Impact. Stein through it. Uh-oh. It's the thing. This looks so nice. Let's take another look at that. Michael, this was amazing. This is what makes it one of the best in the business. Roy John escaping, trying to turn this thing around. When Brock is feeling it, good luck to you. Miracle technique. He's taking of great runs like this. No pitch. He can finish it floating right here. 1, 2. Dug down deep and gets the shoulder out. How in the world? Oh my. This one is over. Sting might want to rethink his approach here. Brock Rose were just too fast for him. Lightning in the beach. Although he was blowing. Ooh-wee. And reversal from Sting. We can see how it. That's what you got. No, I can't believe he had the energy to kick out of that. How do do that? The great ones explode when they have the chance. That should do it right now. Someone's dangerous. Uh-oh. Spin death drop. And now you done it, Cole. Away. Yes. Uh-oh. Spin death drop. For a while there, it looked like Sting had nothing. He's getting covered. 1, 2, 3. What a great win. It's such a unique style matchup.
Here are your winners. Matt Hardy and Sting.
Big win here in 17 minutes and 10. Tag teams do well. These two guys are legit. Want to judge your TV folks? This Vegas really is this way. on the rise, and what will be a tremendous career. Here comes Peyton Royce.
The following contest is a no match. Making your way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, Peyton Royce.
Byron, I was in the locker room area earlier today, and I heard Peyton Royce imitating you. Imitating you. An unbelievable impersonation. She does great impressions. Spot on, Byron Saxton. Oh, and by the way, she also handles her business inside the ring. Student of Lance Storm. Peyton Royce is absolutely incredible. Look at her, Byron. Yeah, I can see her. Beautiful and deadly. A true Betty flytrap. I am all excited that Maurice is here. Looking training women's champions of overtime. Was the limit of the A-list to the mid, but Maurice, she's an A-lister in her own right. Absolutely right. Wait. That's my favorite part. Question was, nothing to question, Byron. Big slam. Mr. Points. Byron, she has no idea where she is right now. And certainly the top of that turnbuckle is not where you want to be when you're in this kind of condition. She's dazed on the top turnbuckle. It's a long way down from there. It's long and well. I didn't know. She's taking out some offense here. Though we've seen her come back from worse in the past. Pump the brakes a bit, Cole. I know exactly what you're thinking, and I can tell you with all certainty, she still has plenty of gas left in the tank. Oh, that's about that. There. And she goes down hard. Not only that, people from the race. And it's Peyton Royce kicking up with ease. He's still in this one. Look at her. She's in the zone now. Nothing fancy about that. Peyton just took her out with a leg lariat. This could be it for her. That might be the end of Maurice. She's beginning to take some heat here. And you can't help but wonder how much of this she can sustain. It's not looking great, but I've never seen her give less than 100%. But I don't expect incredible. He's kicking nicely now. Yeah, a second ago, she was almost done. Look at it go. Born in Australia, Peyton Royce's path to WWE saw her travel many miles, including a stop in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where, like many before her, Peyton honed her craft before ultimately joining WWE. Back in from the floor. Morning, Darren. Get a loop to Peyton Royce's training in Canada. Yes, good luck to your best friend, Lance Storm. And that's one of the reasons why Peyton is so good in the ring. I'm just glad Storm's personality didn't rub off on it during training. Hey, you're going to get yourself disqualified. Oh, I just aggression, just brutality. Easy. Peyton Royce. Suplex. Great usage of her hips. Another one. With the third time be the charm battle. I think the being is on the track. He's back in full control now. And you can put this singles match in the books. He said he's trying to play the show. Here's another gander. It's a pretty good give and take in this match. This is like shit. The superstars in this one got pretty good from the opening best. Can't complain about the effort. Technical efficiency. What the result? This was a much-needed win. When you get a one-on-one match like that, you hate to see one of them come up short. That's just the harsh reality of it. It'll be interesting to see the fallout following this big singles win here tonight.
Making his way to the ring. Weighing in at 210.
And the yes movement is in full effect. Self-made superstar. Where your brother says something about that he didn't have the hype machine. He didn't have all the praise and promotion. He became a star because he owned his way and he earned the respect of the WWE universe.
And his amount. Weighing in at 265 pounds.
Oh, the people are nuts for the people's champion. That's what I can't hear him saying right now. When they have their targets all electrified, this arena is rocking right now. The Raw ball on the line. A bus is old Jason for this great one. And 8-time WWE champion. Rock's one of the biggest stars in the entire world combined. I think you should keep his name out of your mouth, you prefer me. The lunatic freeze! And from Cincinnati, we to Westfield 20. He can be technical savvy. He can throw with the best. Here, bros. Even though, no, he's not. You don't know what it is about this guy that activated the WWE. For me, being able to get there and stick with about it. Or is drop the reason for why being able to does what he does, but that's what people like to do. And one away with the threat. Well, related three of WWE's best going at it head to head to head in what promises to be an amazing match. I even think the lunatic Freeze knows what he's going to do moment to moment. Yeah, I quit totally makes sense. It was a long time ago. I was getting pants. Perhaps thinking about what to do next year. Oh, better not think too long, bro. You got to believe this one's over. Yes, right. Right to the face. That's the impact. They're going to hurt him. My God, it's shoulder breaker. Well, it's long term. You would have thought that yelling yes and no would be instrumental in Daniel Bryan connecting with the WWE Universe. But it's when he started these exuberant celebrations that he also started winning titles and earning main event front shoulders on that. That was never only a 3 count. Not yet. 2 in a row. What a stomp. Good grief. City leg sweep. I brought up Daniel Bryan celebrations. Yeah, maybe there. He's definitely starting to lose it here. Wow, he got ahead of it. Man, I'm not so sure we had it fully locked in. Rock just barely got out of the way. Don't quit. Even when he's not scheduled for a match, the Rock gives it WrestleMania history. There's the Erie hosted, of course, but his appearances at WrestleMania 31 and 32 were legendary, too. That's true, Michael. In 2015, The Rock was confronted by Triple H and Stephanie McMahon when he recruited none other than Ronda Rousey to even up the odds in front of a Bay Area crowd. That far from where the great one was born. It was amazing. So you brought up The Rock at WrestleMania. You want to forgive me for being less enthused. Why celebrate a pair of egotistical movie stars like Randy and Rock attacking all the hard-working bosses? We know what's coming here. It's always important to get off to a strong start on a match. It's even more important to do that in a triple threat match, given that you're going up against two opponents at the same time. It strikes endless. Not sure how long this will last, but he's firing up right now. We spoke about this before. A competitor must do everything they can do to start things out in the right foot in the second threat match. The only way to do that is to target one of your opponents and go after them as soon as the bell rings. That Ross, oh, what a blow! Oh, there's the receipt. Stops the count. What does Dean Ambrose need to do right now? He can't be happy with how this is going right now. The Rock has an impressive entering resume that puts him in the discussion. He's totally WWE superstar of all time. But he's back. Let's find that pin attempt. Too soon. I know The Rock's beloved, but I think he should tone it down. Oh, man. What are the elbow? I don't care. You broke the step. I look to finish. He's going for the pin. For the ring again. Never really stops. Stay in this one. Nobody controls the pace of the match. Like this game. He's over again. Ambrose is truly crazy to not stay down. And it's Ambrose showing some agility. They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no counts. Sterling Deeds. He breaks the pin. What breaks the hold up? Oh, yes, look, it's 60. Yes, he can. It's not good. And he escapes the submission. And good thing, that could have been disastrous. And he breaks free just when you thought he was out of this one. And it's suplex. Here comes the Rock. And it's Dean Ambrose making a move. Over there. And now Dean Ambrose is putting on a clinic. Oh, what's it going to be? Full authority. Oh boy, he is rolling. Oh, what's it going to be? Slam. Here's a cover. One, two. And I can't believe he had the energy to kick out of that. It's going to take more to get out of the air and go for something. Yeah, a lot more. Is what he's so good here. It's about as tough as it gets for him. For a while there, it looked like he was going to take this match. It's amazing how quickly things can change here in the WWE. From behind, just breaking down the opponent. Impact. He's making a statement here with this attack. The Rock is in position. A minor miracle might be needed to overcome this beating. Back in from the floor. Tear the features clean out the face. Here it is. What maneuver? Whoa, he lets him out. What a fool. He had him dead to rights. Emperor showing some agility. Slam. Slam. The gas lock is in. The gas lock is in. Oh, real. A really close space. What a brutal beating we've seen dished out so far here tonight. Full technique. To the floor. And the penitent. 1, 2. The kick out. The owner standing. He's still in this. Oh boy, he is rolling. Oh, what impact. Can he score the penalty? This guy just refuses to quit. Even now, Dean Andros refuses to concede anything. Roll. Oh boy, he is rolling. Oh, what's it going to be? Hey, it's 2 points. These two quick for him now. He shovels it down. Gets the shoulder up loud. What's it going to take? Can you believe what he's withstood here, Paul? Moves that one. Is he going to talk the cross? Wow, he escapes it. He's just got no winning here tonight, Cole. Here comes the Rock. Suplex. And he goes for the should testament to go in. I'm impressed. That's the impact. Now he releases the hose. What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to negotiate a couple? 2, 3. Yes. I'm still trying to process all the action that we saw there in the triple threat match. This match action happened. That's the kind of match that makes me proud to be here at ringside. See, from the opening bell and finish, people won't soon forget. What I love about the WWE, it lives up to expectation, but still finds a way to surprise us. Good stuff.
Here is your host,
That's coming up soon here for 2 of WWE's best. You things are more rewarding than that here with keeping your opponent's shoulders down for the food count. So, we really flew over this place in one spot with a 12 spot line to end this one. It's limitless.
Introducing the first company by Mickey J. One cross, women's champion. And
You will break your shot, and you'll still find yourself stalking our social media pages. This guy is multi-times women's champion. The irresistible force.
so 58
One of the most dominant women in WWE history. Physically unparalleled in the women's division, now attacking the full career on everyone except in the ring's opposition. In a cable category, 466 with 9 jacks. Are you making with Nick the Truth yet? That Carmella's the most obnoxious woman in the entire women's division? You are delusional. Carmella is unbelievable career. Let's start in WWE. And the sky is the limit for this young lady. And she will help you believe that she is done it all. She can do this by herself. They got a bandwagon or something? I started the bandwagon. By the time to put your baby in the square up, oh, yeah, can you get the phone?
and from Chicago, New Jersey. So fantastic.
Every time you see Sonya Deville step in the ring, she improves a little bit more. She's a little bit faster, a little bit tougher. The sky is the limit for this lady. Sonya Deville, such a force in the women's division, from topping up in 2015 to NXT in 2017. What a name she's beginning to make for herself in the WWE Universe. And we're now underway with this huge tag team match. All the budding tag teams out there hoping to one day make it to the big stage. Better be watching this match with a notepad in hand, because you can bet this is going to be a lesson in how it's done. A lot of times you see champs dial it back a bit when the title's not on the line, but I don't expect to see that from her here. You gotta believe this one's over. In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. Between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalya and Carmella's corner. I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalia's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish last kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish born superstar. Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen. During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Sorrow and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, they're going to lock it in here. And she broke screen. I don't know how she did it. That was impressive. The 2 3 falls because the Hardy Boys going with Cesaro and Sheamus as a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in a 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a road kick rocked Jeff Hardy. Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss sideboard. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down, and the third fall was a double counter. Nia Jax did not waste any time in becoming a dominant force in NXT. After cryptic vignettes declared that Nia wasn't like most girls, she proved it by laying waste to NXT's best en route to Women's Championship contendership. Look at Sonya Deville. Going back to Nia Jax's NXT days, she really displayed her dominance. Whoa, impressive. You could say that again. I never thought she'd break through from that one. There's some serious damage. Over the last few years, the tag team scene in WWE is hotter than it's ever been. One of the teams that has shined. Look at Sonya Deville. Not sure if she releases the her. The thing she sensed her opponent was about to break free. Not stepping away. Just faster. The tag team competition right now is as heated as it's ever been since the Attitude Era. Everywhere you look, there's another tremendous tag team competition. We're going to make a run at the WWE Tag Team Gold. When we talk about the New Day, the team. This is not where she wants to be. You can see her partner wants to get tagged in here. She's absolutely off her game right now. And if she doesn't get it together, her night's going to be over. That looks like it hurts. Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment this could do it. Getting's broken up. Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys or the double drop kick from the 2017. She's looking at it. Oh, man, she's rolling now. Oh. There are big times. She gets out of it. She has the new right now, Michael. Sonya Deville has been wrapped up pretty up here. It's actually has to be considered at this point. I'm not used to seeing this. I don't know about you guys, but this meeting is getting rather uncomfortable right now. Beautiful technique. I don't think anyone thought Cesaro and Sheamus would develop into a premier tag team. Over time, the superstars realized that they were better as allies than as enemies. And when they combined their incredible strength, the results were something that couldn't be ignored. It was really unbelievable to witness the evolution of Cesaro and Sheamus as a team. We saw them improve every week in those remarkable opponents. To see the Swiss sideboard and Celtic Warrior go from Ivory partners to WWE RAW Tag Team Champions was truly impressive. One of the things I like best about Carmella is just how feisty she is. from the moment of music hits all the way through the final bells, just has this undeniable spunk about it. Alexa is playing to the crowd instead of handling her business here. Like Byron, I would say Carmelo is among the most feisty superstars around today. Times in that feistiness borders on being on the grass stop. Call it whatever you want. The bottom line is Melo is money. Big bucks. Oh, really? God, money. Good grief. Just as typical it looks like. He's flirting with a kid here, guys. Come on, hurry up. Get back in there. Oh, to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. She's on the attack and on the move. It's locked in. For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE RAW have felt that tag team matches should have two referees. Carmella, get the shoulders down. What? I really raised the point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for two referees being appointed to tag team matches. It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it. Changing, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the appointed official for the match needs to do what they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much time. She is solid. Big reversal for her there. Look at Sonya Deville. Now it's able to avoid damage there. Stop on the lower back. Plus impact. When she gets in a tip mode, look at what we need. We want to see one more time. Oh, nasty impact. For some reason, she lets it go. Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here? In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner walked up against another hero. Unless there's a special stipulation added to the match, which additional rules of a singles match apply in terms of winning the match via pinfall, submission, element, disqualification. Love it. This one's over. I don't think there are two teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing. Here's Nia Jax, not running up on her. Right off guard. Now it's season open. Looks to me like these superstars are running out of fumes right about now. Oh, my face is shredded. I can't believe this one's so gone, especially after the beating that's been delivered tonight. Don't walk against Nia Jax there. There it is. She's made the tag. Oh, her partner was on out. Look at us. Nia Jax is letting everyone know exactly how she feels. Great power. There's a cover. Again. One, two. They did it. What a match. Now we can talk about some of the highlights of that last matchup. All I can say is thankfully that match is over. That had to be one of the most pathetic performances I've ever seen. Right. I've set ringside for some sorry matches, but that had to be one of the sorries. It leaves a bad taste in me. And that's it. It's one for these two here, gentlemen. These women make it almost unstoppable carry measure. You can see on this running past the rest of the top three divisions. A decade and a half of dominance.
The following contest is the next three making his way to the ring from Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds.
Let's get it. Here's the most superstar from 15 history.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds. She is the Apex Predator, the fight, Randy Orton.
Few WWE superstars have fared as well throughout their careers as Randy Orton. Warm, calm, collected, focused, and ready to explode as moments notice. With a volcano out of nowhere. Some little changes, like Randy Orton in the building. Orton's a violent superstar that can end up in place. Man with absolutely no absence of talent. Not saying Randy Orton has been intrinsically tough for their entire careers. They take heat at the same time. They took almost the Olympic champions in their first super fighter WWE Hall of Famers. Both guys made double-digit WWE Championship reigns, but one man has done it the right way. John Cena has the biggest muscle, loyalty, and respect, while the other slithered and backstabbed his way to many main events. If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match over and over again. We were just discussing Randy Orton and John Cena's careers. While they followed different paths to success, they've converged many times for high-profile matches. While you could say John Cena's a bullet, no rivalries is a victory more often. Orton and Cena at WrestleMania and won their title unification match. If you check quality, Orton's better than John Cena. Oh my goodness, this is he's getting covered. And pretty soon. Looks like we're in New York with broken strike. At this point, it's all about the food. We got he just has to make sure he doesn't get too out of hand. Sometimes momentum is the way perfectly sweet and look. That's when he wants to avoid it. You'll want to see the words never give up on John Cena's clothing, and he truly lives by those words. Cena has spent over 15 years working hard to be the best, and he'll never quit the WWE Universe. I can't astonished that as long as Cena looking for the exclamation point. John Cena, man. Where do you go to the cover? There's the kick in. Just needs to do more damage. In matches like this, guy, you learn very quickly which superstars have what it takes to truly get extreme. They're continuing to punish them. Strong, good. With this by Cena. For a right hand. And here comes Orton. Regarding these superstars, what it takes to get extreme. I would argue that every superstar in the locker room possesses a mean streak. Yeah, but not all mean streaks are created equal, Michael. But so there's only a select few who can turn their mean streaks all the way up to the most extreme level. He wants no part of the outside. Things are swing those matches have resulted in some gruesome moments in the years, but perhaps none was more gruesome than in 2020. Oh, boy, I think we know what the Vipers doing. Yeah, Randy Orton in position. That's Randy Orton. He shrugged it down. And the kick in. Yeah. And as Byron mentioned, Lesnar's attack on Cena in 2012 was without question gruesome. Furthermore, I don't think I've ever seen John Cena. Here he goes. Jumpers on the line. No, he kicks at the tip. The man is not going to go down that easily. Oh, what is it? Oh, let it spin. Look at it. It's too far. Oh, he is. Woo! All right, we go on. It's over. Extreme rules. It's for the fan of colors. You can see in these highlights. Look at it, guys. Oh, I can't believe this. You're getting athlete here. No doubt about it. Bravo's A game, as you can see here.
Here is the one.
Let's start back to Turk there before finally picking up the race. Can't believe he was on that post with a heavy resistance in order for his shoulders to stay down. It sounds like we can all agree that was an extremely impressive way.
The following contest is an Iron Man match. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 270 pounds, one half of the NXT champion.
The Dragon forces the WCW success. Former WCW champion. A man who absolutely breathes intensity. The WCW championship golden, two-time United States champion, one-time WCW tag team champion. Oh, by the way, a WWE Universal champion. A man that does not get paid by the hour. Personified. That is Goldberg. dead man cometh.
And his from death. Laying it at 200. Living on it. Living to be
To this day, the dead man still looms over the WWE landscape like a menacing shadow. An indestructible spirit. The unmatched arms. The freedom. Golden chili. He just continues to get better with age. Defies logic and defies the mind. The dead man continues to rise. And redefine himself and what it means to be a WWE superstar. Who will lay claim to becoming the next victim? To go up against The Undertaker, a superstar needs to realize that they're getting drugs for their career. The Dead Man's the most fierce, pure striker our business has ever known, and is just waiting to make another opponent famous. This is going to be a blast to watch. This vicious strike. This motherfucker. Definitely not where you want to be right now. Gotta find a way to get out of this, Michael. Beautiful technique. Here's the cover, and there's the kick out. He's always been worth his weight in gold, no matter how hurt he is. Running against Team Blitz. Nicely done. There's a pin down. And he doesn't stay down for long. Remarkable. Well, nice back rotation suplex. Anytime I see an Iron Man match, I can't help but be taken back to October of 2015 and the now legendary match between Bailey and Sasha Banks, which I, of course, had the pleasure of calling. Go away! Oh boy, whoa! The superstar known exactly just a nasty elbow. And Goldberg going for the pull. Understand, kicks out at ease. Not yet. Speaking of legendary Bailey Sasha match that Corey was talking about, we should mention that the match will go down in history as the first time women superstars. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Get it. I'm not sure if they know that call. He may be the dead man, but Taker ain't laying down for anybody. Come on, Trump. Undertaker starting to look human here. I'd say he's starting to feel the pressure a bit. That confidence he had in his face at the start of this match sure has disappeared, and with good reason. He's taken quite a beating. He's taken on some damage, but so is his opponent. This match can go either way at this point. The Undertaker knows every game there is, including mind games. There's no stopping the 6'4", 285-pounders. He's a powerhouse of the likes we've never seen before, and very well may never see again. It's like Goldberg is starting to fade. He'll need to find a way to turn things around here. This match is trending in a bad direction for him right now, guys. He's going to want to make some changes if he wants to stay in. This is one of the more evenly matched contests we've seen in quite some time. From the looks of things, it could really go either way. You know, guys, when it comes to Iron Man matches, I'd have to say that gaining an early advantage over the opponent is so very crucial. So how you defeated Big Bob, Goldberg is scaling the ropes. Byron mentioned gaining the early advantage. I would agree. The last thing you want is to be playing catch up the whole match. Wow, did you guys come up with that amazing analysis yourselves? Come on, of course nobody wants to play from behind. Tapped into an energy source and he's going strong. I really that one. He could do it here. That's not going to do it. You might be the dead man, but Taker ain't laying down for anybody. Oh, here it is. What combination punch. He's going for the pin. He swerves up right there. The Undertaker in a very unfavorable position here. He'll absorb much more punishment if he wants to win this match. Oh man, his chances are dwindling quickly. He's just taking on so much punishment. It's make or break time here, and he absolutely has to find a way to get back on the offensive if he wants to win this match. Oh boy, he is great. I think things are about to get turned upside down. I think you are correct. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the process of a WWE Iron Man match, the competitor with the most pinfalls and submissions when the clock expires. We are winning. Finally, close line. Forcefully delivered. A tight spot to be in for Undertaker. Goldberg with some strong moves currently. Goldberg is looking golden right now. This could be it. Exactly fine. This could be it. He gets a call. The Undertaker looking to bury another victim. Goldberg is starting to hit the physically now. This is not where he wants to be at this point in this match. He's hurt through the house. This is real bad. The plot is not fair. Debilitating elbow drop. Harsh impact. These athletes seem to have tried everything in their playbook. Oh, there's more in their arsenal. I promise you that. I don't know what it is, but they'll find it. Yeah. There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out? And they get a deer fall out of it. What did he do that? And what a battle this has been. I mean, these men have actually destroyed each other over the course of this match, and there's still some time left on the clock. An incredible combination. He goes for the cover. That man got a slow king. I can't believe what we're seeing here. When this guy's done, look at it. Whoa, the Undertaker dominates that point. Goldberg is looking golden right now. Superstar knowing exactly what impact. This one's over. He thinks he has it. One, two, and the Undertaker fell out of it. Taker kicks out. The spirit of the Undertaker will not die. Undertaker taunts that one. Tombstone pile driver. 1, 2, and somehow Goldberg has the heart of a gladiator, and we are seeing that right now. And that one grabs him. I didn't realize he had such a glass spot. A miracle might be needed to overcome this beating. Nobody controls the pace of the match. Not like this guy. What you gotta do to maintain the advantage? It's just a debilitating neck breaker. We've got a couple. 2, 3. What is it that the Undertaker is looking to do to change his luck at this point? This may very well be one of his toughest challenges in a very long time. Really starting to look fatigued here, guys, and we might want to your whole body starts to give out on him. He's going to need to be careful. Thing with this. He's got him down. Yes, this is. He gets the shoulder up before 3. He's still in this. The Undertaker takes that one. Look at that from the Phenom. Oh boy, he is rolling. A long way out. It's down to the 10. This could be into the window. A kick out. You can see the frustration starting to. Wow, Goldberg uses that big heart of his to power through. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh my goodness. And this is getting it. 2-3. There's as though Goldberg is starting to fade. We came into this match looking for a fight, and it looks like he found it. Oh, sharp one right through the cheekbone. It's into an energy source, and he's going strong. Can't believe the Undertaker taking the next year. The Undertaker looking to bury another victim. And there's the cover. 2. DDT for the kick out. Kick out. Goldberg obviously didn't want to have anything with the lost call. Uh-oh. Go for the loss. What a stop. Good grief. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they got the 3 count here. And they got a near full out of it. This is amazing. Yeah, what impact? Oh boy, he is rolling. What do you look at that? Simply amazing. It looks like they both did their homework heading into this. Hey, they got the 3 count here. You can't teach the type of tenacity we're witnessing here. Unreal. Yeah, but he's hooked, guys. It's just getting out of the way of that one. Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that run. Yeah, he's put in the rope. He ain't messing around. Check him out here. And here's the last look at this one.
Here's your winner.
It's the one here tonight for Goldberg. I can watch them go at it each and every week. What a match. No surprise there. That was exactly what we expected when the match was announced in SummerSlam. What an incredible effort all around. So dangerous.
Making his way to the ring from Dallas, Texas. Edinburgh.
I will not, we're going to see tomorrow on contact will be a cable match, which is great. This is only game two, will not be there are plenty of other things they can choose. Hey, Michael, right? Come on, move. The Brian can do it with my same thing. I am afraid of that. It's okay. They was one of the most respected superstars in all of the women's division. The two-time SmackDown Women's Champion and one of the best all-around athletes in the entire WWE universe. But to continue that everything she's done in the past is something in WWE. Not talking about the cool name because we like it. Let's get to the North. Famous match action kicking off here, folks. Settle in, guys. This is going to be a blast to watch. Oh, Toronto. Drop down. Drop down. Boom. When it comes to the one thing's for certain, guys, she made an instant impact, handily beating Billy Kay in her first ever match at NXT TakeOver 2022. He's starting to sweat a bit. You're going to need to find a little moment offense here. This is where you hold your breath if you're a fan of hers. Yes, she seems to have plenty of fight left in her, but that doesn't mean she can't be put to the table at any moment. That's really what Batman was saying about Ember Moon's debut. She made her presence felt on day one and never looked back, beating some pretty big names in the process. Anytime you can say you defeated the likes of Shayna Baszler and Ruby Riott, you know you're legit. Oh man, she's rolling down. Class, stunning, curl, grief. Looks like she's starting to stumble a bit. We want to talk about WWE Hall of Famers taking things to the extreme. The first time many fans saw somebody put through a table was in 1984. Randy Macho Man Savage drove Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express through a table with a pile driver at the Mid South Coliseum. And Ember Moon, too good. Well, tell me, just how much strength is carrying your opponent around like this tape? Let's put it this way, Paul. Saxton would never be able to do it. Well, I remember seeing photos of that horrible scene in wrestling magazines. The power grab was utilized when Terry Funk planted Nature Boy Ric Flair on a table at WCW's Wrestling War '89 pay-per-view. We saw it in sports entertainment in the early '90s called Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW superstars crashed through tables all the time. And what was going on in Philadelphia caused a craze. Wood being turned into wood chips thanks to tables matches. In order to win a tables match, the competitor must be the first person to put their opponent through a table. We've also witnessed brutality evolve as superstars crash through flaming tables. One thing we learned very early about Ember Moon is that she can overcome any adversity thrown her way. Well, I think she proved that most in 2017. You still feel the glow when the lights are on. Good luck stopping Naomi, and she's rolling like this. I can reinforce what Byron was saying about NXT Women's Championship victory. What made it so impressive, in my opinion, is that she had to defeat not one, but three of the winning to capture the gold. That's right. There was that Takeover World Games where Ember Moon turned back Nikki Cross, Dick Royce, and Paul Hussein to become NXT Women's Champion. And Ember Moon, too good. Watching Ember Moon the past few years, Corey, one thing I've learned is that her drive to succeed may be unmatched. I disagree. She might have. You got to look who it is. Hey. Just look at it. Oh, no. As Corey mentioned, preparing for Ember is not easy, especially given that she has no twin in it. But that said, Byron, perhaps replicating what Shayna Baszler did to Ember and take over New Orleans would be a good approach. Well, as vicious as it may sound, if Ember refuses to quit, you might have no other choice than to render her unconscious, much like Shayna did. What's through? Ain't going in. It shouldn't be a shock. The Dudley Boys were involved in one of the most intense tables matches we've seen in recent memory. At the 2015 TLC event, the Dudleys called on their Extreme Brothers Tommy Dreamer and Rhino to battle the Riot Family in an 8-man elimination tables match. People were flying everywhere that night. And in classic ECW fashion, so were the trash cans and Kingdom. Fantastic ability from Ember Moon. I can't believe this one's still going on, especially after the beating that's been delivered tonight. She's on the attack and on the move. You got to wear your opponent down. Find that little weakness that can help you end up with a victory. Reverse it for her game. Here, oh my God. Oh my goodness. You're not going to win many matches with simply punishment like that. I really something. Good luck stopping the audience who's going like this. There may be no coming back from this incredible beatdown. Come on, play. don't know how much longer these superstars can avoid going. Let's go. How are these superstars even still going, guys? I mean, they have to be on fumes right now. Well, these superstars appear to be operating in fumes here, guys. Come on, play. Both these superstars appear to be operating on fumes here, guys. Here it is. I don't know how much. Oh my goodness. I don't know how much more damage one person could take. I don't care how tough you are. Yeah. I can't believe that we just saw table matches with fan favorites for a reason, folks. She's taking care of business. Almost forgot about the fitness. That's a woman out of person. They got the better than acting like this. We was you place for that victory.
Thanks for joining.